Okay, so yesterday, if you finished your WPAP and you made your web page, if not, make sure you go to yesterday's assignment on 707. You should have ended on Adobe Color. Here is where you can explore color themes that you would like to potentially use for your blog. I'm going to use watermelon for my example. If you hover over and you let your mouse stay, you will get a code. It's called a hex code. You want to write that down. This is FF8598. I'm going to go back to Illustrator. This is something to know if you want to be able to put a color in behind your WPAP, a circle or a square, whatever you would like. You double click on the fill icon here, and down here you'll notice the number sign. That's where you can put that code, and it will be the color. So I'm going to make sure that I arrange this and send it to the back. So there's my color, there's my WPAP. I already grouped it. If you didn't, you can go to Object Group, make sure that it's grouped. I'm going to hold Shift, select this circle. I can go ahead and group that. And now I want to copy it. I want to get it ready to put it on my web page or my blog. I'm going to make a new file. Make sure that it's pixels. You can select web, which will make it automatically go to pixels because the way the internet or the web reads measurements is in pixels. This needs to be 300 by 300, and I'll show you why later. I know that this is 300. It's fine if it changes to custom because we did change it. Go ahead and just call it WPAP and click OK. This is going to give you a square. We need to be able to have our image kind of cropped as a square. I am going to paste this here. Now it's really big. I can do two things. I can scale down so that I can hold Shift and take one of these handlebars and scale it down. Or I can right-click, transform, scale. Two options. I want to see what I'm doing. I want my face to be a little bigger. I am going to move this up. And I'm going to view this at 100% so I can kind of see what I have. I'm going to export it at that. And to do that, to export or to save, yours is going to say web and devices, so we're going to save it for the web. And here it's going to be a GIF. If yours doesn't say GIF, click on the arrow, find one. And then yours might have this clicked on. The checker doesn't mean there's a checkered box in the back. That's the symbol for the pattern for transparent. But go ahead and click that back on. You have a little tab that says image size. If yours is coming out bigger than what you cropped, make sure you click on image size and do clip to artboard. And then you're going to save. Call it WPAP GIF. You're going to save it into your... I hit replace because I already did this last period. Don't replace your AI file, so make sure it has a different name than that. So then I have this. So that worked with how to change the color, right? Here, the hex code from the Adobe Color. So you want to get your color scheme before you move on to this next step. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put this into our blog. So hopefully your blog is made. If not, you won't have anything here. Once you sign up for your Google account, you'll have this button. You'll click New Blog. You'll type in graphics, lowercase, one word. You'll type in LHS Arts, your first name, last initial, select simple, and you'll create blog. When that happens, you're going to have a blog called graphics. We're going to change this later, but just leave it there for now. You're going to find this little arrow next to this page symbol, and you're going to go to layout. And here this is showing you everything that's on your blog. Right now there's not much. There's something that says graphics. Here's an area for blog posts we'll get to later. And right now we're just going to deal with this right side column. We're going to click Edit for About Me, and we want to take that off. We're going to remove it. The About Me is showing your blogger profile or your Google Plus account, which is going to have your first and last name. We don't want to have your first and last name together anywhere on the blog. For school purposes, you can't have your work with your first and last name. It's illegal. So we're just going to have your first name with a last initial, or you could just have your last name, but we're just going with first name. What we want to do is to add our picture. So I'm modeling this after my Blogger webpage. and so you're going to have your picture there. So to do that, you're going to add what's called a gadget, and everywhere you can add things are different kinds of gadgets. So we're going to look for the one that says image. We're going to add it. You just hit the plus sign. You have to be patient. A lot of times people will hit that plus sign and be impatient, click here, and they say, I can't add it, I can't add it. But it's always just happens to be behind the web page, so know that. You're going to go ahead and type the designer. That's who you are, that's what this is. It's your design blog. Don't put the baller or something that doesn't match you as an artist. You could put the artist, you could just put your first name if you want, but your first name is going to be the title of the blog, so it might be a little redundant. Here you can see shrink image. Image will be shrunk to 300 pixels. This is how I know that it's 300 pixels. We already made it 300 pixels, so we don't need to shrink it. You're going to choose the file. It's going to give you a preview, and then you're going to say save. Takes a while, again, be patient. Then you can view your blog up here, and you'll notice that that's saved there, and we're good to go. After that, for today, you are done. So you can help other people get to this point if they're not there yet.